There we go. All right. So let's try again. Level 1, you guys are going to be going over the 17 laws of teamwork. Now, everything you guys are doing is in the book, and we are going to be going over the next chapter for you guys, which is chapter 16. Let me get there. There we go. So, on chapter 16. Now, this is the law of high morale. The law of high morale. It says, when you're winning, nothing hurts. All right. It says, high morale helps the team play at its best and can make a huge difference in the result of a game. So that means that no matter what's going on, if I have high morale, that means that if I am working hard and I feel like I'm on top of everything, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, I'm getting, whatever I need done, well, I'm going to feel great about myself. And that's what it means. If I am feeling great about myself, then everything else is going to bring it up too. All right, so let's keep going. High morale is great. Number 1, high morale is the great exaggerator. An exaggeration is like, oh man, that's 1,000,000 miles away, or I did 10 million push-ups, or something like that. All right, that's an exaggeration. It's a bigger number than what you actually did. All right, so like I have 5 hours of homework tonight, or whatever it is. All right, that's what that means. All right, so high morale is the great exaggerator. When a team has high morale, blank seems good. So remember, this is level 1 stuff. So if you're in level 2 or 3, I'm doing that right after level 1, okay? So when a team has high morale, blank seems good. This one is everything. Oh, that's an I, not an N. Everything. So when you have high morale, everything seems good. All right, that is what that is talking about. When you have high morale, when everything feels great, yeah, you feel like you can conquer anything. Number 2, high morale is the great elevator. When a team has high morale, they perform at a blank level. Now, what do elevators do? They go up and they go down, right? That's what an elevator does. Well, it's the same thing here. When you have high morale, you're going up and up and up and up and up. And so this is when a team has high morale, they perform at a higher level. Yes. When a team has high morale, they perform at a higher level. So if you have high morale, you're going to want to work hard. You're going to want to do everything you can to show off how awesome you are. And that's what that means, okay? Number 3, high morale is the great energizer. When a team has high morale, they can blank. Well, just like the Energizer Bunny, they keep going.
I have to go to the bathroom, sir.
Okay. So, they keep going. This is why this is important, because when you have high morale, you got so much energy, everything's great, fantastic, amazing, and you feel like you can do, again, it feels like you could do anything. So, next one, number 4, high morale is the great eliminator. When a team has high morale, their problems seem to blank. This one's easy. When a team has high morale, their problems seem to disappear. Yeah, when you have high morale, all your problems, all the issues that you're having, just poof, gone. Bye-bye. All right, number 5. High morale is the great emancipator. That's a fun word. You guys get to learn about that in school, what emancipator is. All right. When a team has high morale, they have the ability to reach their blank. This one is potential. Potential. There you go. And that's an L on the end, not a weird other letter. That's an L. Potential. So that's what it means, is when you have high morale, you're doing great. You're learning a lot. All your problems disappear. So what happens? You start growing more and more and more, and you reach your full potential. All right, so there's 4 stages of morale. There's poor, low, moderate, and high. All right, those are the 4 levels. When you're at a low morale, everything's not great. When you're at a high morale, everything is amazing. All right, now, when the law of high morale is working at its best, the leader boosts the morale of the team, and the team boosts the morale of the leader. So, you got the leader and the team. If one has higher morale, well then the leader, if they have high morale, it's going to boost the team, and it's going to keep going just like this. It's going to get better and better, all right? That's why you guys are important, because you guys give me high morale, and I give you guys high morale. That's how it works, all right? And last but not least, teamwork thought. When you do good, you feel good, and when you feel good, you do good, right? So that is what this is talking about. So keep doing good, keep doing awesome, and you'll feel great, and it'll keep bringing up your high morale. All right, level 1, that is it for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. That's it. And Clayton, same with you, sir. You're good to go too after this, okay? That was kind of your sneak peek. So when you get into level 1, this is what we do on Wednesday and Thursday. We talk about a chapter, we write down the notes, and we discuss it and have some fun. When you're in the karate school, you actually get a chance to answer the questions instead of just writing it down. It's a lot more fun, all right? So that is it for level 1. I'm moving on to level 2. Level 2, you are on the 21 Laws of Leadership. And you guys are on chapter 6, the Law of Solid Ground.
My mom gave me one of the 16 incredibly effective teaching techniques paper, so
yes, you're after level 2. You're after level 2. I'm going in order. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So you just have to listen and kind of follow along with me, okay, Lucian? All right. So, chapter 6, the law of solid ground. Trust is the foundation of leadership. That is the quote. It says, trust is the most important part of being an effective leader. Blank makes trust possible, and trust makes leadership possible. This one, let me erase all those because those are not important anymore. Cool. All right. So the first one is character. Character makes trust possible. That's an R, not a C. Character. There you go. Character makes trust possible, and trust makes leadership possible. What that means is your character is who you are. All right? Your character describes who you are. If you have trust, if you have honesty, if you have integrity, every single word that we talk about in the karate school, right? Then you have a good character. And that's what we're trying to build for you guys. I want all of you to have good characters. All right, and you guys do have good characters. You guys are amazing people, right? So that's what we're building here. We're building your character. We're making you into what black belts should act like. And other people, you'll kind of see at like school, the people that are not in karate, they're not always like honest, or they're not always nice, they're not always kind to other people. It's because they don't go through this stuff like you guys do. And that's where you guys have the advantage, all right? As leaders, you're learning how to be a better character, and that'll help you in your future. So, next one, it says, character communicates, ... Character communicates, first one, it says blank. A team must be able to rely on and trust their leader. This one is consistency. A lot of big words today. Consistency. This one means basically if you want to be a good leader at anything you do, you have to be consistent with what you're doing. All right, so here at the karate school, for an example, if I'm like giving a private lesson one time and then I never do it again, that's not consistent. That's not good leadership skills, right? But if I do the private lessons with everyone over and over and over and over to improve them, then that's what consistency is. All right. Or if we're supposed to be doing leadership like this stuff every Wednesday and Thursday, and there's just days where I'm like, I don't feel like it. Well, that's not what we're doing. That's not good leadership. All right. So I have to be able to show off my good leadership skills, right? So I have to be able to just do what I need to do, right? And same with you guys as future leaders. It's going to be the same for you guys. If you want to be a leader in any way, you have to be consistent with what you are doing. Number 2, blank. Talent alone is never not enough. A leader must be able to bring out the potential of his team or her team. This one's potential. There you go. So potential is in the last one, and now it's on this one. Boom. So this one's important too. A leader of a team or whatever has to be able to bring out their potential. They have to be able to see what they can achieve and bring it out. I actually, since I'm the leader of demo team, that is where I am specializing at. I got 2 people on my demo team in here, actually. You know, I got Miss Kelly and Miss Allie there. They're both on my demo team, right? Well, I can tell you, Allie, when she first started on the demo team, didn't know how to do a cartwheel. Now she's like all over the place, cartwheeling, one-handed, everything like that. Kelly, yours is a little more special. You've become so much more confident in yourself. It's so amazing to watch. Like you went from not wanting to even do anything like that to now you're like, look at me, I'm in front of big crowds, showing off everything, right? And so I've seen these 2 ladies grow so much. I've helped them bring out their potential. And it's the same for everyone in this whole thing. Lucian, you've come so far, man. Like it's not even funny. All right, I got Mr. Nahara, my black belt in here. Man, I haven't even had to touch him. He's just confident and awesome all the time anyways, right? And then everyone else, same with you guys. You guys have grown so much over the past couple of years. If you think about it, 2-3 years ago when you first started karate, do you think you would be where you are now? Really? Do you think if you would have started karate 2-3 years ago that this is where you would be? That you would be showing punches, doing forms, combinations, sparring for all of you? Like, yeah, some of you, that's good. If that's where you want to be, sweet.
No.
That's awesome. But some of you guys, that's like mind-blowing. Like for me, honestly, since I've started karate 18 years ago, I don't even know who I'd be without it. That's like, I don't know who I'd be without karate. And that's what that is talking about, all right? Next one. Number 3, blank. To get respect, the leader must first give respect. This one's easy. This one's respect. Respect.
Hey, Mr. Morris.
What's up, sir?
The reason why you didn't really have to touch me is because Mr. Garcia had already.
You're correct. He was my teammate for like 15 of the 18 years. So yeah, it makes sense that he also can do what I did, right? All right, so I'm gonna keep going. Respect. To get respect, a leader must first give respect. Now this is very important. This comes with our 7 magic words. So you guys all know them. You're in level 2 and 3, yes, and black belt. We got yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am, please, thank you, and welcome. We also got our 4 laws of concentration where you focus your eyes, ears, mind, and body, right? You show those things, and that's giving respect to people. And you'll get respect back by doing the same stuff. And that's what that is talking about, right? If I want respect from anyone, I have to first give it to them, okay? That way they know that I am respecting them and they can give it back to me. So, on to the bottom of the page, and then we're going to level 3. So, application. Level 2, I want you guys to write these down because these are my questions for you guys for this week. How trustworthy would your friends and family say you are? How trustworthy would your friends and family say you are? That's the very first question. All right, I know it's kind of a difficult one, but I want you guys to be honest. All right, are you trustworthy? Do people trust you to do what you need to get done? Good, good. All right, and then the second part of that is how can you earn their trust? That is the second question. How can you earn their trust? Good. You guys got it? All right. So those are my two questions. Again, level 2, if you guys want these sheets, they're on the Google Classroom. You guys can print them off, copy down these answers onto that page, and put that into your karate binder. So you keep that, and it's part of all the other chapters you own. All right. Other than that, level 2, thank you so much for joining me. Have a good afternoon. Bye, Evelyn. All right. And level 3, Allie, what's up, man?
Is this the same stuff that we did yesterday?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, so you're kind of reviewing it. Yeah. All right. So level 3, we're on chapter, let's see, 15 of the 16 incredibly effective teaching techniques. Chapter 16. Yes. So again, with level 3 and Mr. Nahara, everything we do is kind of like this stuff is going to make you a better helper when you're on the karate floor with me, and it's going to make you a better instructor if that is what you want to become. All right, so if you want to become me, Miss Olgo, Mr. Churchma, Miss Holdren, any of us, you want to become like us, this is the stuff you want to learn to get better at. All right, and if you can do all of this stuff from the 16 incredibly effective teaching techniques, you will be an amazing instructor. All right. So let's go ahead and do this thing. So today, this one you don't really have to write on if you have the page because there's no blanks. So how this is going to work is I'm going to tell you all this information, and I might go off on a tangent because that's what I did yesterday and it took a little more time. Okay, I'm sorry, but this one's very important. All right. So today's lesson, number 15, is always stress safety first. Always stress safety first. All right, safety first, always. Number 1. Number 1 is safety first. That is the most important thing right there. Safety first. If we're not in a safe environment, accidents can happen. So, it says, as a martial arts instructor, your job is to protect your students as much as possible. Obviously, you guys aren't instructors yet. That's A-okay. As helpers, you guys have to help us instructors keep people safe, right? That is what you guys are there for. You're to help me keep people safe and keep people on track so no one gets injured. All right? It says, obviously, there are risks involved with martial arts training, and injuries do occur. I'm looking at you, Kelly. Yeah. So here's a little statistic not statistic, little phrase for you guys. It says, fear of being injured and actually injuring themselves are some of the most common reasons students quit. Crazy, right? But like the newer people, if they think they're gonna get hurt, or they are like, ooh man, I hurt myself, I don't want to keep going. Well, then a lot of people actually quit. Right? And we try to minimize that by being safe and keeping an environment of safety here at the karate school. That's why we have a padded mat floor and we use pads and the wave masters and things like that. We wear sparring gear. It's because safety is the most important part. We want to keep you guys safe. All right. So it says, knowing and following the proper procedures can minimize students' fear of being injured. Rule of 3. Number 1, mindfully pair off students. If I have 2 white belts, I'm not going to put them together because they both don't know anything, right? I'm going to put a white belt with a higher rank or one of my helpers or a black belt or one of us or a parent. There's a whole bunch of people I'm going to use, right? All right, number 2, maintain the mat and training equipment. I'm not going to let people use pads that are all like messed up and not in good order and all of that, okay? I'm going to make sure all of our equipment that we're using is in good repair and it's safe and nothing's going to happen, right? And number 3, teach age and skill appropriate material. This is most important. I'm not going to give someone something they can't do. I'm not going to be like, go do a backflip, go. Mr. Hara, don't do a backflip, stop. All right. Next section, always. Always make sure the students warm up properly. All right. So the first one is warm up properly. I mean, I'm just writing stuff down so you guys have notes for it. Warm up properly. This is important. As my helpers, you guys help us warm up classes here at the karate school before, right? Well, I can't have you guys just over there talking to each other and not focusing on the kids because those students, if they don't do things correctly, could injure themselves or they're going to do, everyone has seen it, the kids that are warming up like this. That's not warming up. That's being lazy. All right, and your guys' job as my helpers is to keep that from happening. To be like, come on guys, let's go, we gotta keep warming up. All right, because if we don't warm up properly, that is also how injuries occur. Believe me, I know, I tore a muscle in my leg because I wasn't warmed up properly. All right, so that's why warming up is very important. You could tear muscles or anything crazy like that. And that's why, like with our online classes right now, we spend extra time at the beginning warming up. It's so we keep you guys safe even at home. All right, next one. Make sure students are using proper stretching techniques. This one's easy. Easy. All you're doing is stretching. We all know how to stretch correctly. And Haley, there's no answers on this page. These are just notes, okay? So you just these are my notes so you guys can see what's kind of going on, okay? Yeah. All right. So make sure stretching is done correctly. Stretching is important too. If you want to be able to do the full splits like Mr. Hara there, well, you have to be able to stretch, right? All right. Next one. Pair students properly. Take in consideration their age, size, weight, skill, attitude, all of that. Again, I'm not going to put a white belt with another white belt. I'm also not going to put a little ninja with an adult. Right? I'm going to keep people that are kind of around the same size together. Most people are really good at getting people around their size already because that's who they're going to be most comfortable working with. All right? So we just have to make sure that the odd people out, we're not putting a little ninja with an adult because that'd be kind of funny, right? So next one, have realistic expectations. Do not ask beginners to do advanced techniques. I'm not going to ask a basic student to do Exodus. That's not going to happen, right? They don't even know stances. They don't know that kind of stuff. You guys, I can ask more of. Why? Because you guys are advanced. You know stances, punches, kicks, blocks, all of it. You know all that stuff. So I can ask more of you. That's why the expectation of you guys is higher. And Mr. Hara, it's even higher still because you are a black belt. Well, that's what this is talking about. I'm not going to ask someone to do a black belt for them if they're a white belt. That's not going to happen. All right, next one. Be aware of your students' limitations, such as general health, prior injuries, lack of flexibility, fitness level, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to ask Miss Bilo to do like squat, thrust, kick, like insanely stuff because she has a messed up knee. She can't do that kind of stuff. I'm going to give her an alternative. Right? Or like Kelly, when you injured yourself, we had alternative exercises for you to do, right? And that's what that is talking about. We're going to give you guys alternative stuff to make sure you're staying safe and not re-injuring yourself or anything like that. All right. Next one. Be aware of space constraints. We're not going to be able to do a lot in an area that's as big as like the camera frame right here. I can't do as much in this area as I can in the entire school. I can do more if I have all this area, but if I don't, I can't really do anything, right? So that's what that's talking about. And it's the same for like you guys at home. I'm not going to ask you guys to do something crazy if you guys at home don't have a lot of space. I know, crazy, right? I know, it's fun to do crazy stuff. Next one, using safe training aids whenever possible. That one's easy. Again, that's the parents, black belts, my helpers, higher belt ranks, us instructors. Those are safe aids. All right, that's what that's talking about. Now, the very bottom, even it says, if injuries occur, even for bumps and bruises, let the parents know. That is the most important part. You guys being my helpers. First, you find us. All right, you need to find an instructor if you see an injury. We will go tell the parent and we'll get it taken care of. All right, that's how that works, right? I don't want you guys to freak out though. The most important part is right below that. It says, ice is usually a good treatment for these. Now, this is the most important part. Keep the class going if possible during injuries. Stay calm and professional. This is the most important part. All right, I'm going to move this stuff because I need space. So, if injuries do occur, so we are doing drills, and we're like front stance, go, and someone goes, whoop, and goes down, and like, oh, my ankle, ow, ow. Well, we have ice, right? So we can get ice for them, and we tell the parents, we make sure everything's good, we make sure they're comfortable, and we go from there, right? Or if someone gets, bam, punched or kicked in the head, well, we got ice and stuff for that. So that is what that is talking about, okay? Now, what else does that mean? It means that if someone, again, they do this and they roll their ankle and go down hard, you're not going to be like, oh my God, are you okay? Ah! And start freaking out because they're going to start freaking out. And we don't want that. We don't want anyone to freak out, okay? So if injuries do occur, that happens. You guys have probably all heard me say it where like a kid falls down and then they get back up. I'm like, safe! I just yell safe. Why? Because they're going to look at me like, what? And they're going to get up and keep going. It keeps their mind off of what they just did, okay? That's the best thing you can do. Don't give it any attention. Don't be like, oh my God, are you okay? Start freaking out because I'm freaking out. Keep it calm. Keep yourself calm. And keep yourself, in the mindset of if they are not bleeding, if they're not broken, if they're not seriously injured or, they didn't get punched or kicked hard or anything like that. If it's a super minor thing, then they just get back up and keep going. It's fine. Don't give it any attention. Now, again, if there's blood, if there's, broken limbs, if there's anything like that, come get us. We get parents. We deal with that. Yes, sir? You can give me a thumbs up for a yes, sir. That's how we're doing this. All right. And yeah, so that's everything for that. Haley, what is your question, ma'am?
It's not a question, but every time one of us gets a bloody nose, like we don't freak out. We just need to ask to go and that stuff because I always do it when
you're exactly right. You just, all right, I have a bloody nose. Let's go. And you're exactly right. All right. Well, that's everything, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys are amazing. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.